So let's talk a little bit more about being real and why people aren't real. I'm going to have you do a little exercise with this as well. And this comes up in sales a lot. A lot of people say, I don't like to sell, I'm not a salesperson, I can't do that, blah, 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 all that stuff. You have to ask yourself why. And one of the reasons why is because of something that I was taught many years ago called harmful acts. Now, what is a harmful act? A harmful act is something that you may have done in the past, an old action that you did in the past where you maybe were well-intended, but maybe you hurt somebody in the process. Maybe you sold a product to somebody and you thought it was going to work for them and it turned out to be a lemon. Didn't work at all and they got very upset. And of course, that hurts you and you don't want to hurt anybody else like that, so you get what we call a little bit gun shy, right? That's a harmful act. Or maybe you try to give somebody some helpful criticism or some support in something that they were doing, and they took it as an insult and got very upset and got very depressed and turned on you. And you said, well, what did I do? I was just trying to help. That may have been an inadvertent harmful act. Or maybe you actually did something, you were trying to hurt somebody, but you didn't think it was going to be so bad, like, you know, you hurt me, so I'm gonna tell you what I don't like about what you did to me as well, and that hurt them as well. Either way, harmful act. And what happens is, because I am assuming if you're watching, let me ask you this question. Are you a good person? Come on. Now, let the little voice out of the way. Get the little voice, stop, get the little voice out. Are you a good person, yes or no? Yes. I'm sure you are. I'm sure in your heart of hearts, you want to do the right thing by people. Yes? That's called, and it's also called integrity. Yes? Good. So because you're an honest, responsible type of a person, and you don't want to hurt others, and remember, you don't want to be disliked, you don't want to misrepresent yourself, then what happens is you kind of put up this show because the last time you were truly honest with somebody, you were truly outgoing to somebody, and you really gave your heart to somebody else and shared it, you either hurt them or they hurt you. And you're not going to ever do that. You don't want to ever do that again. So I'm going to be like this, everything's great, everything's nice. You ever see people that like are always smiling and everything's always happy, even though their cat just got run over and their love of their life just walked out and everything's great? What is up with that? That's going to cause that person cancer someday, stuffing all of that hurt inside. So how do you handle that? Well, the first thing you do is make a list. Again, after you're done, go to your workbook. After this chapter, go to your workbook and make a list. Make a list of things that you've done that maybe you're not real proud of. People go, oh my God, I have what if I have a skeleton in my closet I don't want people to know about? I go, skeleton? I got a friggin' cemetery in my closet. You know, the issue of authenticity is being comfortable with who you are. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Look, I've done a lot of things that I'm not real proud of, and I've done some things that I'm very proud of. But the difference is by working on little voice and doing these techniques and being more comfortable about who you are and finding out what these things are from the past that have been driving you, then you don't feel embarrassed about telling people about it. And you know what the funny thing is that the more you share with who you really are, the very thing you're afraid of does not happen. You're afraid that if people see who you really are and you act the way that you really feel, people aren't going to like you. No, they're going to love you. Why? Because you're real, you're honest, and they know that what they see is what they get. So again, I don't recommend creating any more harmful acts, but sometimes those are inadvertent. We all have them. Just know that you're doing the best that you can. Identify what they are. And ask yourself, how long have I been operating off of the fear of recreating that same problem again? You're smarter, you're wiser. Say it, I'm smarter and wiser. Come on, say it, I'm smarter and wiser. One more time. Good, because you are. You learn from your mistakes. And that's how you're going to be able to be better going forward and being the real person you need to be.